Hey, I'm Fear the Bear, and this is What Did I Miss? The little news show I've got for you. And let's just jump right into the first story. So we have Trump, and he's just pressed through a new executive order. If we take a quick glance at the old one, it was really just a wish to accelerate AI innovation and to build American infrastructure. It wasn't really that crazy. But when we look at the new one, the new executive order is really a blueprint for Congress to push for the removal of barriers to innovation for AI, and also to have Congress preempt state laws that may challenge or impede AI companies. It also presses forward to not form any department that can regulate AI. Really, the new executive order is a framework for a bill that he wants passed to open up the floodgates to more AI, and that's a whole different can of worms, and we'll see how that plays out, I guess. Well, for our second little story we've got here, it's actually a really fun one because it's gonna go over the dramatic gap that we have in this country right now between two neighboring states when it comes to their wonderful opinions on your Second Amendment. Now, I'm fully in support of the Second Amendment. An armed population is usually a protected and safe population, if you ask me. Now, the West Virginia bill that was out there was Senate Bill 1071, and it would have made modern machine guns purchasable from the state at hopefully what would have been a good price. Unfortunately, they did halt it. Yeah, take a look at that. They were going to be allowing people to purchase guns from the state police headquarters. Oh, that would have been fucking sick. Yeah, could you imagine? The bill actually was halted. There's a new attempted workaround being made right now, but the expectations are pretty low. It's very unfortunate. Very sad day for gun enthusiasts and supporters of the Second Amendment. But it could be worse. It could be Virginia. Now, while the West Virginia bill essentially just died, the Virginia bills, SB 749 and HB 217, will be making AR-styled guns banned outright. And along with those, they'll be banning any mags that are large cap, and by large cap, they mean 15-round mags. They'll be banning the sale, commercial transfer, and import. So you won't be able to buy guns or high cap magazines. You won't be able to transfer them between people, which is insane. And you won't be able to import. So if you want to move to the state of Virginia, you are fucked unless you give away your guns or want to become a felon. Those bills have passed and they are waiting to be signed by the governor right now. So expect a wonderful constitutional lawsuit because they're trying to rip your guns away or just make them outright illegal for law-abiding citizens. A little bit of positive news. While it's still going on, the Steam sale is happening. It's something to look forward to. We're on one of the 4 big Steam sales of the year. We've got the spring sale. I totally forgot this year. And I was actually just reminded by a buddy. I'll pop a quick snapshot of what he sent me. It's great to pick up a nice cheap ass game. And now moving back to the happiness that is the Iranian war, our wonderful president is now issuing threats to attack the Iranian power plants. Trump has said prior to this that it would be a last resort because if we do attack the infrastructure for Iran to produce power, that it would be detrimental to any new state that is formed after the current one falls. Now, almost immediately after Trump made his threats to obliterate the Iranian power infrastructure, the Iranian military came out with renewed threats against the region's infrastructure, which sounds like higher gas prices to me. I don't know about you, but mine have already gone up at least 80 cents, if not $1. There was actually new information that came from Iran today that said if they did have their power infrastructure attacked in any way by the United States as a further act of aggression, they would, in fact, fully close down the Strait of Hormuz, which has been the growing pain of this war. this is one of those things that will just create a bigger headache and potentially have Trump make a deeper dive into this horrible war for no good reason. If anything, the Iranians are really pushing to have American ground forces have to secure the position to stop them from being able to do that. And that is something that I am at least adamantly against, because it'll mean more American losses for no benefit from a war that was avoidable from a president who campaigned on being the anti-war guy. Going down the list, we've got the TSA is apparently, according to Trump, going to just be replaced by ICE, which doesn't actually sound like too bad of an idea if you're trying to cover a mass amount of positions with a grossly overpaid group of people who have nothing better to do at this point. The Board Czar was just saying that they would be put in positions that they don't need additional training for, so they won't be screening passengers, and hopefully they won't be sitting there scanning everyone's face to see who they can arrest, assault, and potentially murder on site of your local airport. Elon Musk has also offered to cover TSA agents' pay because they have been going now for a little over a month at this point, and as you can imagine, that sounds pretty horrible. There's been record call-outs, and the infrastructure to keep things going may soon start to crumble as people quit in record numbers at the TSA. Now, if you're wondering about those long lines and those horrible wait times, there are actually 20 US airports that don't have TSA, and those airports aren't seeing long lines because they are private security for those facilities. Now, if you've ever wondered how much the TSA costs you per flight, it's about $560 with the one-way and $1120 for a round trip. And now with the new Real ID requirements, you're going to be entitled to pay $45 for an extra verification fee. Things are great flying now. And for our last bit of news, we've got something actually positive. Invincible Season 4 just dropped the first few episodes, and it's pretty damn good right off the bat. This is a show that if you are into any of the superhero stuff and you like animation or adult styled humor cartoons, you really gotta give the whole thing a watch. Go binge the whole thing. It's really above board, and it's really one of the better ones, I've got to say. Well, that's pretty much going to wrap things up on my side. If you like the video, go ahead and leave a like. If you didn't like the video, go ahead and leave a like. Whatever you do, leave a like. It's going to help me out. It's going to help you out. It's going to be great for everyone, I assure you. And again, I'm Fear the Bear, and this is What Did I Miss? If there's a news story that you really need me to know about, go ahead and leave it down in the comments. I'd love to see what you got. All right, you guys stay safe out there. These are horrible memes.